How's it going, everybody? The Big Games Big Deal sale just started on PlayStation. It's running from now until May 6th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get straight into it. For $14, 65% off, Spyro Reignited Trilogy brings the classic platforming adventures of the iconic Purple Dragon back with gorgeous HD visuals, re-recorded voice lines, and modernized controls throughout all three games. Across three fully remastered games, Spyro the Dragon, Ripto's Rage, and Year of the Dragon, you'll glide through vibrant worlds, rescue dragons, and take down mischievous villains in colorful fashion. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to get all three platinums. For $15, 75% off, Odin Sphere Leifthrasir is a stunningly hand-illustrated 2D action RPG that immerses players in the enchanting world of Arion, where warring kingdoms clash and mythical beasts roam across vast, magical lands. Experience 5 intertwining storylines through beautifully crafted characters, each chapter focusing on a unique protagonist and their personal struggles as the realm hurtles toward an apocalyptic conclusion. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $16, 60% off, Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition combines the base game along with all official add-ons, including Far Harbor, Automatron, and Nuka World, offering a complete post-apocalyptic experience. Set as the sole survivor of Vault 111, you decide the fate of the wasteland, choosing whether to join rival factions or go it alone while shaping your character's story through the special system and hundreds of perks. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion is a remastered HD prequel to Final Fantasy VII, featuring updated graphics, fully voiced dialogue, and a newly arranged soundtrack that brings the story to life like never before. Step into the shoes of Zack Fair, a young soldier operative admired by heroes and loved by a girl who holds the planet's fate, as he unravels dark mysteries and shapes the legacy that connects him to Cloud. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana is a vibrant action RPG that returns after 8 years with a thrilling adventure filled with exploration, fast-paced combat, challenging dungeons, and intriguing mysteries. Shipwrecked on a cursed island, Adol must leave a group of survivors to build a village, battle fearsome beasts, and uncover the secrets of ancient ruins while experiencing visions of the enigmatic blue-haired maiden Dana from another world. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $12, 80% off, Immortals Fenyx Rising is a grand mythological adventure where you play as Fenyx, a winged demigod on a quest to save the Greek gods from a world-ending threat. Wield iconic powers like Achilles' sword, Daedalus' wings, self-guided arrows, and telekinesis to battle mythological beasts like Cyclops and Medusa in dynamic air and ground combat, all across a stunning open world spanning 7 unique regions, each inspired by the gods. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $12, 75% off, The Witness is a thought-provoking puzzle game where you wake up alone on a strange island with no memory of who you are or how you got there. Explore richly detailed open world spanning dozens of locations and over 500 puzzles, each introducing its own fresh idea with no filler, respecting your intelligence and treating your time as precious as you piece together the mystery and search for a way home. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $28, 30% off, Trails of Cold Steel 3 follows Rean Schwarzer as he uncovers a dark plot threatening his homeland and must confront rising dangers while shaping the future of a nation. Taking on the role of instructor at a new branch campus, Rean guides a new generation of heroes, training them in combat, strategy, and teamwork while preparing them to face formidable enemies and unravel the conspiracies endangering their world. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $12, 80% off, Like a Dragon Ishin is a historical action adventure that plunges you into 1860s Kyoto, where widespread inequality fuels a samurai's quest for justice, revenge, and the chance to reshape an entire nation. Take up the sword of Sakamoto Ryoma, track down your father's killer, clear your name from a framed murder, and engage in intense swordplay, political intrigue, and strategic duels that ultimately shape the fate of Japan. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $16, 60% off, Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin is a dark action RPG where Jack Garland and his allies battle through corrupted lands to restore the light of the crystals to the Kingdom of Cornelia. Engage in fast-paced, Souls-like combat, switch between multiple jobs with unique abilities, customize weapons and gear, explore dangerous dungeons, and defeat brutal bosses while uncovering the mysterious origins of chaos. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $30, 25% off, Kunitsu Gami Path of the Goddess is a Japanese-inspired Kagura action strategy game blending ritualistic combat, village management, and mythic storytelling. During the day, purify villages, gather resources, recruit allies, train your skills, and carefully prepare for the coming night, while at sundown you defend the maiden against relentless hordes of the Seethe, combining tactical positioning, fast-paced action, and divine powers. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $24, 40% off, Wo Long Fallen Dynasty is a dark fantasy action RPG from Team Ninja set in 184 AD later Han Dynasty China, a land consumed by chaos, corruption, and relentless demon invasions. Step into the shoes of a nameless militia soldier, battling deadly creatures and enemy warriors with martial arts-based swordplay, mastering powerful techniques, and awakening the hidden potential within to survive and rise from obscurity. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $14, 65% off, System Shock is a full remake of the groundbreaking 1994 sci-fi immersive sim, throwing you into a hostile space station ruled by one of gaming's most iconic villains, Shodan. This modern reimagining preserves the original's tense exploration and systematic gameplay while adding HD visuals, refined controls, an overhauled interface, and reworked audio that still features Shodan's original voice actor for maximum atmosphere. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $12, 75% off, Borderlands 2 VR is a chaotic first-person looter shooter that immerses you in the wild, untamed world of Pandora, where you play a treasure-seeking vault hunter armed with tons of guns on a quest for loot and glory, packed with non-stop explosive mayhem. Choose from four unique classes, each with distinct skills and combat styles, then blast bandits, punch psychos, and take on Handsome Jack's forces in fully immersive VR. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $28, 30% off, Trails of Cold Steel 4 is an epic JRPG finale that blends turn-based combat, strategic party management, and a sweeping story full of political intrigue and unforgettable characters built over an entire saga. You reunite with the heroes of Class 7 as the Erebonian Empire plunges Lemuria into full-scale war, and you must lead your allies through massive battles, tense diplomacy, and dangerous missions to save the continent. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $15, 75% off, Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire Ultimate Edition is an isometric RPG where the god Aothas awakens, destroys your castle, steals part of your soul, and threatens the Deadfire archipelago, leaving you and your companions to stop him. Explore a massive open world, engage with a deep cast of characters, and tackle strategic real-time with pause combat, with the Ultimate Edition including all DLC and story expansions. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $18, 70% off, Sonic Frontiers is a high-speed action adventure that plunges Sonic into the Starfall Islands, a mysterious world filled with powerful enemies, ancient secrets, and breathtaking landscapes. Explore 5 massive open-zone islands, battle strange creatures and colossal titans, uncover hidden secrets, and solve puzzles as you uncover the mysteries of a long-lost civilization using dodges, parries, combos, and the new Psy-Loop ability. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $15, 50% off, Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition Complete Edition is a haunting puzzle platformer collection that includes the Enhanced Edition of Little Nightmares and the Secrets of the Maw expansion, delivering the full Twisted Tale in one upgraded package. Experience the Maw in 60 FPS with improved resolution and visual effects, and sneak through grotesque environments as Six while evading monstrous residents. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $24, 60% off, Octopath Traveler is a sprawling turn-based RPG set in the enchanting HD 2D world of Orstera, where 8 unique heroes each embark on personal journeys of discovery, redemption, and fate. You'll choose one traveler and forge your own path across 8 distinct regions, mastering deep strategic combat that blends classic turn-based systems with the innovative break and boost mechanic to exploit enemy weaknesses. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For For $30, 40% off, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox is an action-packed JRPG that blends fast-paced combat, exploration, and a gripping supernatural story set in the dark city of Balduc. You play as adult Kristen, cursed and transformed into a powerful being with unique abilities, and must team up with 5 other monstrums to battle monsters, uncover hidden secrets, and stop the shadowy Grimwald Nox from overflowing into the real world. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $10, 20% off, Fez is a mind-bending platformer where Gomez, a 2D creature, has his world turned upside down when a mysterious third dimension is revealed to him. Explore a serene, open-ended world full of secrets, puzzles, and hidden treasures, rotating 3D structures across 4 classic 2D perspectives to unearth mysteries, discover hidden truths, and journey to the very end of time and space. It's an 88 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $20, 60% off, Disgaea 1 Complete is a full HD remaster of the legendary strategy RPG that kicked off Nippon Ichi's beloved series, bringing the chaotic, hilarious Netherworld back to life for a new generation of players. You'll follow the bratty demon prince Laharl, his mischievous vassal Etna, and the ever-optimistic angel trainee Floan on a wild, over-the-top quest to reclaim the throne and restore order, well, sort of, to the underworld. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $12, 60% off, Legend of Mana is a remastered action RPG where you embark on a heartfelt journey to restore the mystical Mana Tree and uncover the long-lost secrets of the enchanting world of Fadiel. Using magical artifacts to literally build the world around you, you'll decide where towns and dungeons appear, shaping your adventure and story progression through your own creative choices, exploration, and branching storyline. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown Complete Edition is a Metroidvania blending time-bending combat, platforming, and exploration into a mythological adventure full of challenges and breathtaking moments. Follow Sargon as he journeys through Mount Kaf to rescue Prince Ghassan, navigating Persian-inspired biomes and confronting mythological bosses, with a complete edition including the Mask of Darkness expansion. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $21, 65% off, Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled Nitrous Oxide Edition is a high-octane kart racer where you race as Crash Bandicoot and friends across colorful, chaotic tracks filled with twists, shortcuts, and power-ups that keep every race exciting and full of non-stop action. Race solo or with friends in multiplayer modes, mastering drifting, boosting, and strategic item use while enjoying a vibrant roster of characters, carts, and cosmetics. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $32, 20% off, Reanimal is a co-op horror adventure from Tarsier Studios, the original creators of Little Nightmares, and their darkest work yet. Play as a brother and sister exploring a hellish island, rescuing missing friends while uncovering a dark secret with non-linear exploration, striking visuals, and bombastic set pieces. Fully playable in single-player and online co-op with a friend's pass so one owner can share the full game for free. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $16, 20% off, Hollow Knight Silksong is a beautifully challenging action adventure where you play as Hornet, a lethal hunter drawn into a vast new kingdom ruled by Silk and Song. You'll explore intricate new regions filled with acrobatic platforming, fast needle-focused combat, brutal boss fights, and layered environmental storytelling, while mastering new abilities, tools, traps, and movement systems unique to Hornet's agile fighting style. It's a 91 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 65 hours to platinum. For $29, 58% off, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut is an open-world action adventure where players become a samurai defending Tsushima while mastering stealth, swordplay, and archery to fight invading forces. Players explore the main island and Iki Island expansion, complete Legends online co-op missions, and uncover hidden secrets while enjoying all additional content, including a digital art book and director's commentary. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off, Resident Evil 4 Gold Edition is a survival horror action adventure where Agent Leon S. Kennedy is sent to a remote European village to rescue the president's kidnapped daughter, uncovering a terrifying mystery at every turn. Experience modernized gameplay, a reimagined storyline, and detailed graphics as you battle infected villagers, solve puzzles, and navigate intense environments that demand strategy and careful resource management. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For For $15, 70% off, Resident Evil Village Gold Edition is a survival horror masterpiece where you play as Ethan Winters, navigating a terrifying village filled with twisted horrors and mysterious allies while uncovering dark secrets that threaten your family. With the main game, Winter's expansion, Trauma Pack, VR mode, and Village of Shadows unlock, it delivers a chilling, action-packed horror experience full of suspense and unforgettable moments. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $32, 20% off, Marathon is a dark sci-fi extraction shooter set on the derelict colony of Tau Ceti 4, where you infiltrate hostile zones alone or with a crew to scavenge loot and battle rival runners and UESC security forces. 6 configurable runner shells, moddable weapons, and faction contracts offer deep build variety, while solo lobbies, Rook mode, and the raid-like Cryo Archive endgame add layers of replayability. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $18, 70% off, Alan Wake 2 is a chilling psychological survival horror sequel where FBI agent Saga Anderson and trapped writer Alan Wake confront ritualistic murders in a reality-warping nightmare in Bright Falls. Switching between 2 protagonists across 2 haunting worlds, you'll investigate clues, solve puzzles, and navigate tense combat where light, limited resources, and careful positioning are essential to surviving supernatural threats. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $40, 20% off, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake is a haunting Japanese survival horror where twin sisters become lost in an abandoned village filled with vengeful spirits, fighting back using the camera obscura, a device that captures ghosts through photography. Rebuilt with overhauled visuals, 3D audio, new filters, focus and zoom mechanics, and added side stories, it's a faithful yet meaningfully expanded revival of the beloved horror classic. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Dark Souls Remastered is an action RPG where you journey through the cursed kingdom of Lordran, facing relentless enemies, monstrous bosses, and deadly traps while uncovering a dark, interconnected world. You'll master precise combat, explore intricate environments, and develop your character across countless builds while experiencing the tension, challenge, and satisfaction that define the series, now at 60 FPS. It's an 88 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $16, 20% off, Super Bomberman Collection is a 7-title SNES compilation featuring 12 versions across Japan, Europe, and USA regions, including the first ever English localizations of the unreleased Super Bomberman 4 and 5. Alongside the classic party battle gameplay, it packs a boss rush time attack mode, save and load anytime, rewind, screen filtering, a music player with playlist support, and a 200-item gallery of art and development materials. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $16, 20% off, Planet of Lana 2 is a stunning hand-painted cinematic puzzle platformer where Lana and companion Mui journey across frozen peaks, deep oceans, and forgotten ruins as new technology stirs greed and threatens their world. With no spoken dialogue, the story unfolds through visuals and an orchestral score, while puzzles built around timing and cooperation blend seamlessly with Lana's expanded agility across a 6 to 8 hour adventure. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $12, 75% off, Resident Evil 2 Deluxe Edition delivers the ultimate survival horror experience with the main game and extra DLC pack, including multiple costumes for Leon and Claire, the deluxe Samurai Edge Albert model weapon, and the ability to swap to the original soundtrack. Set in September 1998, Raccoon City is engulfed by a deadly virus, turning residents into flesh-eating zombies as chaos spreads rapidly across the rain-soaked streets. It's a 92 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $16, 20% off, Under the Island is a charming 90s-inspired 2D top-down action adventure where newcomer Nia teams up with local girl Avocado to stop their island home from sinking beneath the ocean. Explore 6 distinct biomes, from sentient greenhouses to frozen caverns, battling bizarre creatures like vomiting eggplants and tunneling wolves, solving puzzles, befriending animals, and uncovering ancient mysteries across a vibrant pixel art world. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off, Death Stranding Director's Cut is an open-world action-adventure from Hideo Kojima, where courier Sam Bridges traverses a fractured America to reconnect isolated cities after a supernatural cataclysm. You'll haul vital cargo across hostile terrain, confront spectral BTs, and engage with the social strand system in a uniquely asynchronous way that lets players indirectly support one another through shared structures and tools. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin is the definitive edition of the action RPG, reintroducing players to the cursed kingdom of Drangleic through a darker, more punishing journey that includes the base game and all DLC content. With upgraded visuals at 1080p and 60 FPS, reworked enemy placement that dramatically alters familiar areas, and a more methodical combat flow, it offers a fresh challenge for players old and new. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $29, 58% off, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a sprawling, narrative-driven action RPG that lets you forge your own legend as the Arisen in a deeply immersive fantasy world shaped by choice and dynamic combat across vast regions. Customize your vocation, party composition, gear, and approach to every encounter, while battling towering monsters using physics-driven systems, smart enemy AI, and flexible combat that rewards positioning and preparation. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $13, 55% off, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered is an action-adventure duo that plunges you into the epic conflict between Kain and Raziel, letting you experience the story in original or remastered graphics. Rise centuries after being betrayed by Kain, wield the powers of a Wraith to slay vampire brethren with claws, telekinetic bolts, and the Wraith Blade, and grow stronger by devouring souls. It's an 84 average on game rankings, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to get both platinums. For $20, 50% off, Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition is an open-world action RPG where players control skilled hunter Aloy as she explores a lush, post-apocalyptic world filled with mechanized creatures. Players scavenge ancient relics, uncover secrets, and use strategy, agility, and intelligence to defeat powerful machines, while experiencing the full game, the Frozen Wilds expansion, and bonus content including weapons, outfits, and a digital art book. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $30, 50% off, Dark Souls 3 is a dark fantasy action RPG that sends you into a dying world of fading embers, crumbling kingdoms, and colossal enemies as the series reaches its brutal climax. With faster and more aggressive combat, interconnected environments packed with secrets, and the signature risk-reward gameplay built around precise timing and mastery, it delivers one of the most intense and atmospheric journeys in the genre. It's a 90 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 110 hours to platinum. For $30, 40% off, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves Legend Edition is a modern fighting game revival of SNK's classic series, set in Southtown with 22 fighters and a fresh Rev system, adding new offensive options like Rev Arts, Rev Excel, and Rev Blows. Choose between arcade-style or smart-style controls while tackling episodes of Southtown, an RPG-like mode where you level up your fighter and master diverse skills. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $18, 70% off, Persona 5 Royal is the definitive edition of Atlus's acclaimed JRPG, blending stylish turn-based combat, social sim progression, and story-driven exploration into a massive adventure about rebellion and personal growth. Follow the protagonist as he transfers to a Tokyo high school, awakens to eerie visions of ruin, and leads the Phantom Thieves to expose corruption by infiltrating surreal palaces shaped by twisted desires. It's a 94 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $35, 30% off, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection is a celebration of the franchise's early years, bundling iconic arcade classics alongside beloved home versions and rare fan-favorite releases. It features online play with rollback netcode, one-button unlocks for all secrets, character histories, story timelines, and a Digital Eclipse interactive documentary with exclusive interviews from original creators Ed Boon, John Tobias, and more. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Ninja Gaiden Master Collection bundles 3 high-speed action games, Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Sigma 2, and 3 Razor's Edge, into one thrilling package, letting players relive the legendary series in stunning modern quality. Take control of Ryu Hayabusa or choose from 4 other playable characters, switching freely between them during combat to execute devastating combos and tag team strategies. It's a 79 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 9 out of 10, and about 300 hours to get all 3 platinums. For $18, 20% off, Neva Complete Edition is an emotionally charged action adventure from the team behind Gree, following Alba and a wolf cub bound together after a traumatic encounter with dark forces, journeying through a decaying world as their bond grows from reluctant partnership to fierce devotion. It includes the Prologue DLC, a post-game expansion with 3 new locations, unique mechanics, new enemies, and intense boss encounters. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $36, 40% off, Demon Slayer: The Hinokami Chronicles 2 is a flashing anime arena fighter, continuing Tanjiro's journey through the Entertainment District, Swordsmith Village, and Hashira training arcs with spectacular flair. Battle upper-ranked demons in story mode, then jump in a versus mode with over 40 playable characters, including all 9 Hashira, using dual ultimates and gear for cinematic combat online and offline. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $12, 60% off, Dead by Daylight is an asymmetrical multiplayer horror game where 4 survivors struggle to escape a relentless killer in a dark, eldritch realm where death offers no refuge and terror lurks around every corner. Choose your role as a vicious killer hunting every move, or a survivor using stealth, strategy, and teamwork to evade gruesome death, with each character featuring deep progression systems and customizable perks. It's a 70 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $35, 40% off, Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus is a massive action RPG where a high school student faces the nightmare realm, forever changing his world in a gripping tale of friendship, courage, and supernatural threats. Explore vibrant modern Tokyo filled with secrets, challenging dungeons, and fast-paced combat while forging relationships, uncovering mysteries, and battling otherworldly threats alongside a growing cast of loyal allies. It's a 73 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $12, 70% off, Little Nightmares 2 Deluxe Edition is a suspenseful, atmospheric puzzle platformer that includes the full game plus the Gnome's Attic DLC, digital soundtrack, and art book, further expanding Mono's eerie journey through a distorted, nightmare-fueled world. Team up with 6 as you sneak past grotesque new residents, solve tense environmental puzzles inside the Pale City and beyond, and unravel the mystery of the Signal Tower. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $15, 50% off, Another Crab's Treasure is an underwater Souls-like adventure where you play as Krill the Hermit Crab, using discarded trash as armor to survive battles against towering sea creatures and uncover the truth behind a polluted ocean. You'll embark on an epic hunt through colorful coral cities, eerie deep-sea trenches, and forgotten shipwrecks on a quest to reclaim your stolen shell and confront a mysterious infection. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $12, 40% off, Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition is an action-adventure where you play Jade, a fearless reporter exploring the vibrant world of Hillis to uncover the truth behind the mysterious alien threat. Use your Daijo staff and camera to explore diverse areas, infiltrate enemy locations, and interact with a memorable cast of characters while unraveling an emotional, conspiracy-driven story filled with twists and surprises. It's an 87 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $16, 70% off, Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name Deluxe Edition is an action-adventure where Kazuma Kiryu, living under the alias Joryu, is drawn back in a dangerous conflict to protect his family. Switch between the powerhouse Yakuza style and high-tech agent style to unleash bone-crushing combos and electrified gadgets, with the Deluxe Edition adding Majima, Seijima, and Dojima as allies in the Colosseum. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $12, 50% off, Saga Frontier Remastered is a turn-based JRPG where you choose one of 8 heroes, each with their own storyline, and carve out a unique adventure using the series' signature free scenario system. Engage in battles featuring the Glimmer system to learn new abilities and explore a world shaped by your decisions, with the Remastered edition adding a new character, restored cutscenes, and fresh music. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $21, 70% off, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remastered Deluxe Edition is a dark, atmospheric JRPG classic where Tokyo is consumed by the apocalyptic conception, and your choices shape a dangerous world of gods, demons, and shifting alliances. Explore a shattered city, battle or negotiate with dangerous demons, and master strategic turn-based combat that rewards careful planning, fusion, and exploiting enemy weaknesses. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Disgaea 5 Complete Bundle is a tactical RPG where the demon rebel Killia leads allies to overthrow the tyrannical Void Dark and reclaim the Netherworld. Command squads across grid-based battles with deep character customization, outrageous damage numbers, and strategic mechanics like geo effects, while the Complete Edition adds bonus scenarios, fan-favorite characters, and extra classes from across the series. It's an 84 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 110 hours to platinum. For $25, 50% off, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy is a remastered courtroom collection where you play as rookie lawyer Apollo Justice and returning legend Fenyx Wright across 3 games and 16 total episodes. You'll investigate crime scenes, challenge contradictory testimony, and tackle dramatic trials filled with sharp writing, quirky characters, and twisty mysteries that reward careful attention and clever deduction. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 90 hours to platinum. For $28, 30% off, Trails from Zero is a story-driven JRPG that follows Lloyd Bannings as he returns to Crossbell to join the police and uncover the city's hidden corruption. Assigned to the Special Support Section, a small division performing odd jobs, helping citizens, and investigating mysteries alongside a ragtag team of new allies, Lloyd gradually uncovers rival factions, political intrigue, and a dangerous criminal underbelly. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off, Sonic X Shadow Generations is a high-speed platforming collection combining a new Shadow the Hedgehog campaign with a remastered Sonic Generations, celebrating the franchise's past and present. Shadow's story introduces Doom powers like Chaos Control, enhanced combat, and hub exploration as you race through reimagined stages from his past to stop Black Doom, uncover secrets, and unlock abilities. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $33, 70% off, Star Wars Outlaws Gold Edition is an action-adventure where you live the life of a cunning outlaw in a richly detailed galaxy, combining the base game and season pass, including the A Pirate's Fortune and Wildcard story packs. Explore bustling cities and sprawling landscapes on your speeder, tackle high-stakes missions, and pilot your ship in intense dogfights, while every choice shapes your reputation and opportunities. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $14, 30% off, The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince is a beautifully illustrated fairy tale puzzle platformer telling the story of 2 lonely hearts brought together through a mutual misunderstanding. Transform between a wolf and a princess to solve puzzles, evade traps, and collect flowers to unlock hidden memories as you carefully guide the blind prince through a dark, dangerous, and unforgiving forest toward a cure. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $26, 25% off, Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection is a complete remaster of the classic Star Wars Battlefront games, letting players fight iconic battles across the galaxy on modern consoles, both online and offline. Traverse massive locations, pilot legendary vehicles and starships, and battle as heroes and villains, while experiencing campaign missions, galactic conquest, and expanded hero assault across land, air, and space. It's an 83 average on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $20, 60% off, GrimGrimoire OnceMore is a remastered real-time strategy adventure, blending spellcasting, summoning, and storybook charm into a whimsical yet mysterious magical journey filled with richly illustrated fantasy. Follow aspiring mage Lilith Blonde as she enters the Silver Star Tower, a prestigious academy hiding dangerous secrets, strange creatures, and repeating events that hint at a sinister truth buried deep within its twisting halls. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $15, 85% off, Watch Dogs Legion Gold Edition is an open-world action-adventure where you recruit and play as anyone in a sprawling near-future London, building a resistance through hacking, stealth, and combat to reclaim the city from corporate and criminal control. This Gold Edition includes the base game, Season Pass with 2 expansions, extra missions, 4 heroes, and the original Watch Dogs Complete Edition. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $15, 50% off, Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster revives the classic 1995 FPS, fully rebuilt by Night Dive Studios with enhanced visuals, lighting, modern gamepad support, and improved accessibility options. You play as Kyle Katarn, a former Imperial-turned-rebel mercenary, infiltrating enemy strongholds, navigating maze-like levels, and uncovering the deadly Dark Trooper project that threatens to tip the balance of the galactic war. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $18, 70% off, Persona 5 Tactica is a tactical RPG spin-off where the Phantom Thieves enter a war-torn realm dominated by tyrannical legionnaires and join forces with a mysterious revolutionary Arena. Engage in grid-based battles that mix Persona-style abilities with strategic positioning, cover mechanics, elemental weaknesses, and team attacks, while uncovering the secrets behind Arena, the Rebellion, and the pact that binds your destinies. It's a 77 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $15, 70% off, South Park: The Fractured But Whole Gold Edition is a hilarious RPG where you play the new kid, joining Kun and friends in a crime-fighting adventure through the chaotic streets of South Park, filled with outrageous humor, epic battles, and over-the-top antics. This Gold Edition includes the base game and Season Pass, offering expanded content and new missions for a fully immersive South Park experience. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $12, 35% off, Final Fantasy VI 2D Pixel Remaster brings the classic RPG to life with redesigned 2D graphics, a rearranged soundtrack, and modernized gameplay while preserving its timeless charm. Follow a diverse cast of characters, each with unique abilities and destinies, customizing their skills through the Magicite system as they battle through humanity's struggle in the aftermath of the War of the Magi. It's a 93 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $28, 30% off, Trails to Azure is a story-rich JRPG continuing the Crossbell arc, following the special support section as rising political tensions and new responsibilities threaten both their home and Unity. Explore the city-state of Crossbell, engage in deep turn-based combat with refined orb-bent mechanics, and build meaningful relationships while navigating complex intrigue between powerful neighboring factions. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $30, 50% off, Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme vs. Maxi Boost On is a high-octane 2-on-2 team battle game that lets you pilot mobile suits from 36 Gundam titles, bringing iconic mecha combat and explosive action to consoles. Choose from all 183 arcade suits plus 2 exclusive editions, each with unique abilities, weapons, and transformations, and engage in fast-paced strategic battles that reward timing and mastery of your suit's arsenal. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $13, 35% off, Crypt Custodian is a Metroidvania and Zelda-inspired adventure where you play as a mischievous cat condemned to clean the afterlife forever after a run-in with the palace's guardian. You'll explore expansive, interconnected grounds, battle strange beasts with your trusty broom, solve puzzles, and gain abilities that gradually unlock new areas, while interacting with a quirky cast of doomed ghosts whose stories enrich the afterlife's lore. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $15, 50% off, Hatsune Miku Project Diva X is a rhythm-based music game where players help Miku and her friends sing, dance, and perform spectacularly across 5 unique clouds, each presenting distinct challenges and styles. Complete rhythm-based challenges using 30 new and classic songs, customize nearly 300 costumes for your performers, and master timing, combos, and performance mechanics to achieve high scores and unlock additional content. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $15, 75% off, Atelier Lelua, the Scion of Arland is a JRPG that returns to the beloved Arland series, following the daughter of a legendary alchemist on a quest to master alchemy and uncover the secrets of an ancient manuscript. Explore the nostalgic world of Arland, synthesize powerful items through deep alchemy systems, and battle colorful foes alongside a lively party of companions as she strives to surpass her mother's legacy. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $24, 65% off, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance Deluxe Edition is a dark, sprawling JRPG set in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo called Da'at, where angels, demons, and the mysterious Kuditsu clash, and your choices as the Nahobinyo shape the world's fate. This deluxe edition includes the base game, Mitama DLCs, demon subquests, and expanded areas, enhanced visuals, and improved systems for the ultimate Shin Megami Tensei 5 experience. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 150 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, Contra Operation Galaga reimagines the classic run-and-gun series with modern graphics, updated weapons, devastating overload abilities, and 8 intense stages across diverse, dynamic environments. Play as elite commandos Bill Reiser and Lance Bean fighting the Red Falcon terrorist group on Galaga Islands, tackling screen-filling bosses and fast-paced platforming with precise jumps, dodges, and shooting in explosive co-op. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $12, 40% off, Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends Complete Edition is the definitive hack-and-slash epic, letting you vanquish swarms of enemies across the vivid tales of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Play as the mighty Lu Bu in story mode, tackle new hypothetical scenarios, new characters, weapon types, a revamped ambition mode, and a brand new challenge mode for the most complete Dynasty Warriors 8 experience available. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 180 hours to platinum. For $12, 20% off, Ball X Pit is a fantasy roguelite where you plunge into a monster-filled abyss, firing magic-infused balls to survive, loot treasure, and rebuild a fallen city. Each run revolves around experimentation as you fuse over 60 randomized ball types into powerful synergies, recruit unique heroes with distinct mechanics, and battle through diverse biomes packed with hazards, escalating enemy hordes, and massive screen-filling bosses. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $16, 80% off, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga Galactic Edition is a family-friendly action adventure that lets you play through all 9 films with over 400 characters and expanded universe DLC packs included. Explore open hub worlds from Tatooine to Coruscant, engage in revamped blaster combat and lightsaber duels, and relive iconic moments from The Phantom Menace to The Rise of Skywalker across dozens of story missions. It's an 82 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $12, 70% off, Desperados 3 is a tactical stealth action prequel where John Cooper and his crew track down enemies across a dangerous Wild West journey filled with intrigue. Plan and execute coordinated strategies using each character's unique abilities, from Cooper's knives and revolvers to Hector's traps, McCoy's gadgets, Kate's deception, and Isabel's powers across environments like towns, swamps, and riverbanks. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $19, 35% off, System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster is a modernized version of the legendary sci-fi FPS RPG from Night Dive Studios set aboard the doomed FTL ship Von Braun. You awaken from cryosleep in 2114 with no memory, exploring the ship deck by deck while fighting hybrid mutants, battling rogue security robots, and developing your playstyle through the OSA, Marines, or Navy skill branches as Shodan hunts you down. It's a 92 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $12, 60% off, Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars is a unique RPG set in a world of swords and sorcery, told entirely through the medium of cards in the style of a tabletop RPG, complete with dice rolls and a game board. Follow a self-proclaimed hero on a quest to slay a recently awakened dragon, with every moment of the journey narrated by a game master and brought to life through beautifully illustrated cards and a haunting, atmospheric soundtrack. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $12, 85% off, The Quarry Deluxe Edition is a cinematic teen horror experience where 9 summer camp counselors find their end-of-season party unraveling into a terrifying night of bloodshed and supernatural horror. Every decision shapes who lives and who dies across a branching story featuring an iconic Hollywood cast and online and couch co-op for up to 7 friends, while the Deluxe Edition adds 80s outfits, Death Rewind, and Gorefest movie mode. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 35 hours to platinum. For $12, 50% off, Tai the Tasmanian Tiger HD is a vibrant 3D platformer where you play as Tai, racing across the Australian outback to rescue your family from the Dreaming and stop the evil genius Boss Cass. With colorful levels, a huge arsenal of unique boomerangs including the Frostarang and Doomerang, and new features like hardcore mode, improved HD graphics, and updated camera controls, every adventure is full of action, humor, and Aussie charm. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $30, 50% off, Samurai Warriors 4 features an overhauled story mode with 2 ways to play. Regional, focusing on individual warriors, and a Land United, covering the final years of the Warring States period across a roster of 50 playable characters. New lightning moves, free character switching, and an all-new Ronin mode letting you create your own customizable warrior through Japan make this the most feature-rich entry yet. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $14, 65% off, SNK 40th Anniversary Collection brings together a packed anthology of classic arcade games from SNK's Golden Age, celebrating 4 decades of legendary game design with a treasure trove of retro titles and features on PS4. From shoot-em-ups to beat-em-ups, the collection spans SNK's most iconic genres and is loaded with museum content, making it a must for fans of arcade history. It's a 76 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 5 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $30, 50% off, Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate is the definitive crossover tactical action game set in a parallel universe created by the Serpent King Orochi, bringing together heroes from both Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors in 3-man team battles. New characters, additional scenarios, new actions, and the all-new Gauntlet mode Party Battle make this the most content-packed Warriors Orochi experience available. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 200 hours to platinum. For $28, 30% off, Fate Samurai Remnant is an action RPG set in Edo period Japan where a new Holy Grail war unfolds, forcing you to fight alongside a powerful servant to survive and claim ultimate victory. You play as Miyamoto Iori, a skilled ronin, exploring bustling towns and navigating a richly detailed world, while battling masters, servants, and giant monsters with dynamic link strikes and affinity techniques. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 70 hours to platinum. For $14, 65% off, Sword and Fairy Together Forever is an action RPG that blends ancient mythology with traditional Oriental aesthetics, placing you in command of a diverse party from human, deity, and demon clans. With dynamic real-time combat, instant character switching, spirit creature companions, and lush environments filled with minigames, exclusive outfits, and skill progression, every battle and exploration feels strategic and visually stunning. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $25, 50% off, Dragon Quest Builders 2 Deluxe Edition is a charming sandbox RPG where you construct, explore, and battle through a vibrant block-based world, combining creative building with classic Dragon Quest storytelling and combat. The Deluxe Edition includes the base game and a season pass featuring the Hato Stuff Pack, Aquarium Pack, Modernist Pack, and more, adding extra customization and content. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $19, 45% off, Tetris Forever is a 40-year celebration of the world's most iconic puzzle game, featuring over 15 classic versions alongside the all-new Tetris Time Warp. Challenge friends in Tetris Battle Gaiden, trigger massive line clears in Super Bomb Bliss, and experience the 1984 Electronica 60 version that started it all, alongside documentary featurettes exploring the partnership between creator Alexei Pajitnov and Hank Rogers. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $12, 35% off, Final Fantasy IV is a beautifully remastered 2D pixel remake following Cecil, a dark knight who defies his tyrannical kingdom to seek the truth behind a crystal-stealing conspiracy, joined by iconic allies like Kain, Rosa, and Rydia. Updated graphics, a rearranged Nobuo Uematsu soundtrack, modernized UI, and the series-defining active turn battle system make this the definitive way to experience a true RPG classic. It's an 86 on Game Rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 30 hours to platinum. For $28, 60% off, the Civilization VI Anthology is the ultimate console collection, including the base game, all expansions, DLC, and the full New Frontier Pass, perfect for newcomers and strategy enthusiasts alike. With Rise and Fall, Gathering Storm, 6 DLC packs, and the New Frontier Pass adding new civilizations, leaders, game modes, and environmental challenges, it offers endless strategic depth and countless hours of engaging gameplay. It's an 89 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 60 hours to platinum. For $20, 75% off, Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes Deluxe Edition is a sprawling JRPG set in Alran, where humans, beastmen, elves, and desert people clash as the Galdean Empire hunts a powerful artifact capable of reshaping the world. The Deluxe Edition includes the full game, Season Pass with story expansions, digital mini art book, and soundtrack, offering hundreds of hours of exploration, combat, and rich narrative. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $20, 50% off, The Legend of Nayuta, Boundless Trails is a charming action RPG where Nayuta sets out beyond his island home, whisked into an adventure across multiple worlds to stop an evil plot threatening the balance of all realms. Joined by the fairy-like Noi, you'll explore vibrant environments, battle diverse enemies, solve clever puzzles, and uncover the secrets of a richly imagined universe filled with danger and unforgettable characters. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For 20 bucks, 50% off. Shinobi Art of Vengeance Deluxe Edition is a hand-drawn 2D action platformer from the team behind Streets of Rage 4, combining fast-paced ninja combat, precision platforming, and an epic quest for vengeance. Plays the legendary shinobi Joe Musashi, mastering katana borozuki, kunai, ninjutsu, and ninpo to defeat enemies, uncover hidden paths, and explore over a dozen visually striking and challenging stages. It's an 87 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For 18 bucks, 55% off, Atari 50, the Anniversary Celebration, is a massive interactive retrospective celebrating 50 years of gaming history. Explore over 100 classic titles spanning 7 platforms, including arcade, 2600, 5200, 7800, Atari 8-bit computers, Lynx, and Jaguar, while learning about the stories and innovations behind the games through documentary footage, interviews, and digital artifacts. It's an 86 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For 10 bucks, 65% off, Moving Out 2 is a physics-based moving simulator that combines wacky humor, inventive puzzle design, and cooperative multiplayer madness with endlessly surprising antics. Whether playing as a solo agent or teaming up with up to 3 friends locally or online, you'll navigate interdimensional portals, pack and transport bizarre furniture, and tackle hilariously unpredictable challenges that demand creative problem solving. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.